What's up guys, my name's Iconic, your host on this Destiny tutorial. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to get to level 30 really fast and really efficiently. This is going to be a strategy that I use to get to level 32 and what I think would be the fastest way to get to 32 if I were to have to go to 32 again. So this is the part 2 of this getting to level 32 series. If you guys haven't seen the first episode, in that first episode I showed you guys that to get to level 30, 31 area, you have to buy the Vanguard armor, and as well as the fact that I showed you how to get a lot of Vanguard reputation, the strategy to getting farming guides on that stuff, as well as getting commendation from getting this reputation. So if you haven't seen that video, make sure you go check out the video in the description down below, or check out my channel. I have a lot of videos and tutorials on Destiny in the first place. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to get a lot of Vanguard marks. That's the marks that you need to pay for the armor, as well as getting a lot of materials, because this armor requires a lot of materials like helium filaments, spin metal, all that stuff to actually upgrade this armor. I believe the Vanguard armor only needs helium filaments, but for in general, I just wanted to show you guys what you can do to get any types of materials if you ever needed it for any upgraded armors that was not Vanguard but still the same light level. So first and foremost, the best way to get marks is doing the strike list playlist. If you guys have the DLC for the Dark Below, you can do the level 26 strike playlist. It will give you 6 marks every time you complete one of these strikes, and it will give you a bunch of engrams at the same time. If you do not have the Dark Below, you can still do 24. It will still give you the same number of marks. It just won't give you as many encrypted engrams as possible, and that's just useful for getting Cryptarch rank, random stuff, as well as just random materials and random weapons and armor. So if you guys do have the Dark Below, make sure you do level 26 difficulty. I do have recommendations on what level you should do for certain levels of gameplay. If you are level 23, do the level 24 strike playlist. Even though you can do the level 26, it is just so much easier to have that, like, not that huge barrier of damage and vulnerability from the enemies. So if you are going to be able to be doing these strikes, make sure you do the strike that's within at least one level of you. So if you're level 23, do the 24. If you're 24, do the 24. If you're 25, then do 26, and everything up you should be doing the 26. Other than that, if you're a smaller level like level 20, only do the level 20s. If you're 21, go to 22 and all that kind of stuff, but in general you should only ever be doing the 26s and 24s, because those are the best ones, and you should be able to get from level 20 to 24 very quickly using blue armor. Exceptions would include if your friend is like level 30 or so, then he could totally drag you through a level 26 strike if you're level 23, if you want to do it that way, and you can get a lot of gear really fast doing that. So if you do have a good friend, make sure you drag you through that 26, because it definitely is a little bit more worth it, but the 24 does give you the exact same number of marks. The only difference is the number of engram. One thing to note is that the maximum number of marks that your character can gain a week is 100, and also the fact that you can only hold 200 at a time. So for example, if you go to the strike list playlist, there'll be like a little circle and it'll say like a certain number out of 100. If you have all 100 out of 100, you cannot earn any more marks for the entire week on that specific character. Obviously, each character can earn their own amount of marks. There can be 100 Crucible marks in a week, 100 Vanguard marks in a week per character, and you can have up to 3 characters, so you can get up 300 in a week for all of them. One thing to note is you cannot trade these marks between characters, so you can't just like do it on all characters and move it to one character, because that just doesn't work. So again, my recommendation is just doing the strike playlist every week, which the refresh happens at Tuesday at 2 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you guys don't know where that is on your time, just type in 2 a.m. PST into Google and it will figure out what time it is. Eastern Time, generally that's 5 a.m. Everything else, just try to Google it and figure it out. The fastest way to get materials like helium filaments, spin metals, spirit bloom, all these things is actually getting marks. This is kind of a backward strategy where you actually want a ton of marks to buy the armor, but you also want a lot of marks to be able to buy the materials. If you guys don't know, if you hand in 10 marks, you'll get 20 materials, which is actually a very good deal. You just have to do 2 strikes and you can get 20 helium filaments from it, plus a little bit more with the extra 2 that you have, which is actually really good and absolutely really phenomenal. If you do get to the point where you have an extra amount of marks at the end, when you already have all your purple armor and you've already gotten all that stuff and one exotic and stuff, then start spending your marks on getting materials, because you're going to need a lot of materials, whether it be weapons or getting it for armor. Just get a lot of helium and filaments, just get a bunch of marks and buy them with these marks. If you do not want to spend your marks on getting these materials, which is very likely considering you need a vast amount of these marks to buy the entire armor set as well as an exotic, you can do other farming methods, including just farming them by doing a chest trap or doing this circle around a certain planet, which I have these farms on my channel. But a less outdated strategy would be including doing the Vanguard bounty for the 6 patrol missions, which gives you I think about 10 or 6 of the specific type of material, as well as doing the daily mission, which gives you 16 of that material as well. So you can potentially get 32 of a specific material in a single day, and these things refresh every single day. Another great way of getting materials is using your other characters to buy materials and give it to your first characters. For example, if you have a Titan character and you're trying to get this Titan character to level 32, but you need to get a bunch of marks to buy him a certain armor set, and you don't want to spend his marks on materials. What you can do is have your second character, which for example could be a hunter, and he has his own separate maximum strikes that he can get per week. You can get your hunter to the max strikes, spend his strikes on getting materials, put those materials in the vault, transfer them to your Titan, and that Titan will have the full benefits of getting all of his strikes in that week to be able to spend on armor, as well as having all the material he needs to upgrade his armor. If you want the fastest way of getting this specific set of armor, you can actually get every piece of armor in 1 week. You can have 3 different characters of the exact same type. So for example, if you have a Titan, just make 2 other Titans, and this Titan character can actually buy the same Titan armor, which can be sent through the vault. Whereas other characters, for example, the Warlock can only buy Warlock armor and the Hunter can only buy Hunter armor. If you have a second character who's also a Titan, they can buy the same armor as well as equip the same armor. And they also have their own separate maximum strikes they can earn per week. Other than that, there are specific strategies to help you get through the specific strike playlists. If you are having trouble getting through them, if you're not like a really power over-leveled character, there are specific ways to make this really easy, as well as cheesing the different maps, getting to certain areas that you're not supposed to, and just kind of shooting it back at the boss where you can't do a lot of damage to. If you guys have been noticing, there's a lot of those in the background. Just check them out, the different spots, you know, like for example, on Mars, there's the one behind the boxes. On the Nexus, you can get up on top of this thing that's really kind of difficult to get up to, but it's actually really safe compared to getting behind that big block. Is really difficult. And Omnigul, there's that room just past her. You can get to there. You just pass a bunch of people, and it will despawn a lot of the enemies, and then you can move up to the Omnigul fight and never actually have to fight the rest of the enemies because they are on the other side. You have the Devil Walker. You just sit in the back with a sniper rifle and shoot his legs. Sepix Prime, you can just shoot through to the eye from the top part, where you can just defend against Shanks. There's a lot of different strategies for a lot of different maps, which I'll be showing in the backgrounds of these videos. So if you want to just see a specific one, just check out the thing at the top corner. It will say like Nexus Strike, or it'll say Archon Pre-Strike, and just check out whichever one you want to see, and you can check out how I did that and all the stuff that I did in it. Anyways, to recap, the best way to get marks is the strike list playlist, doing the level 26 or level 24 difficulty. The best way to get the materials in the game is actually trading either the marks on your first character or second character in the game, as well as doing the bounty for completing the patrol missions, as well as the daily mission for doing those things. Other than that, it's up to you to decide what exactly you want to do beyond my recommendations and how I say, you know, you got to be a certain level. It's all up to you guys on how you want to play the game and how to get to the max level. Again, this is just a recommendation on how I would get these things. But anyways, that's the video for you guys today. If you did enjoy it, make sure you leave a like down below and share it to your friends. Let them know how to get to level 32, or just be like, yo, this guy says it's this thing. Why don't you join up with me? We do a bunch of strikes and we crack this thing open. And let me tell you, Destiny is so much more fun if you do it with a friend. So share this video with a friend. Let him know about this thing. It's like, yo, you see Chronic, he knows his shit. He's got 3 level 32 characters, and you know, you should do what he does. On the next video, I'm going to be talking about Ascendant Shards, you know, the Vaulted Glass, how to get Ascendant Shards in many different ways, including getting it in the Vaulted Glass and other things in that game. So make sure you stay tuned to the next video. If you guys are just showing so much support for this series, I'm going to be releasing these things. I think 4 videos should cover the level 32 and all that stuff. If I need more, I will start splitting them up and giving more to you guys. But again, that's the video for you guys today. Thank you for the amazing support. You guys have been absolutely incredible. You subscribers are just an absolute beast, and I love to be able to make these videos for you guys that you really, really like and you really, really enjoy. But anyways, again, that's the video for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed. My name's been Chronic, and I'll see you guys on the next one.